everybody, it's Panda. Got back from my little hiatus. I was sick multiple times. I went to Disney World. I got sick whenever it was like my last few days there. Came home sick. Got a little better, got sick again, then had school, yada yada. Um, I finally saw The Hunger Games. So I just want to hit on a few main points here. I am going to spoil some things. I did read the book. But the movie was good. They hit the main points of the book, which is really good. They do like um, the snake bit whenever Lucy is picked out for the Hunger Games, where she throws it into the governor's daughter's dress. And then they cover the explosions, they cover the cage scene, they cover whenever they're in the districts, they're like in District 12 or whatever, say that they didn't cover some of like the minor little things that if you weren't paying attention, you probably would have glossed right over it. See, oh, what's his name? The guy who's with Lucy in the movie gets bit by one of the rats or whatever, and he ends up getting rabies in the movie, or in the book and the movie. He gets rabies, dies from that. And if you weren't paying attention or you didn't remember, that's why he got all sick and crazy and everything. And then they glossed over the fact of like Corio's and Sejanus, I don't know. I forget how to say his name. But he and his family, okay, Corio and then Sejanus's family, like they kind of like intertwined for a little bit in the story. I think the mom ends up like Sejanus's mom ends up like cooking Corio food, and Sejanus's dad actually ends up talking to Corio, and the fact that he even like talks to Corio is like a little tidbit of good stuff, and he ends up like adopting Corio in the story basically because he gives him funds and raises him and basically finances his whole career. And in the story, like Corio's like this little skinny kid and he's like starving, he's trying to get food, he's trying to get money for his family because he's trying to keep that like snow title, like being all
Snow lands on top.
and what does that mean? Just still wealthy, still in society, whatever, just so he doesn't, I guess his family doesn't like get kicked back into like the other districts because they're too poor to live in the capital. That was another thing. Corio in the movie, very ripped, and Corio in the book is like ribs poking out, starving, and yeah, but I'm not saying that the actor Tom should have like lost weight and looked all scrawny or whatever, like he didn't have to do that, but just like the little details. And I feel like they could have made Corio a little more like evil, I guess, because seeing like the cover of him, like what he's putting on, like he's putting on a show the entire time. He's actually just only concerned about himself. He's only concerned about his family, and yeah, he's pretty bad. Where he chases Lucy with a gun, he's a terrible person. And in my last video about like the book review, I mentioned how I like recognize some names in the book, and it was true. Tigress, she's actually one of the designers, I believe, for Katniss, and like in one of the movies like a while ago. So and Tigress is Corio's cousin, right? And she kind of helps Katniss do like a rebellion type situation. And then you have Lucky Flickerman, which is not the Lucky that we see. He's probably like a grandfather, maybe even like a father to the Lucky that we see in the future. And then there's some rumors going around that Lucy might be a part of what is it, District 13 or whatever. And then there's also rumors that Katniss might be related to like Maud Ivory, like the little girl that sings and plays guitar with Lucy Gray. That she might be related somehow to Katniss, which is pretty cool. And then obviously we see all the songs came from Lucy Gray. Like Deep in the Meadow, I think, is one of them. We get a Hanging Tree. We get Deep in the Meadow in the book. I don't remember if she sang that in the movie, but and then we get the Hanging Tree, which Katniss sings and starts the whole uprising, which is pretty cool. At the very last book, it's like the third book. Everything goes to like chaos, and yeah, they hit like pretty much everything, almost everything. And I feel like that they could go much further, expand into other things. I want a book on District 13. I would love a book on District 13. Like District 13 gives me Fallout vibes, you know, cuz they have all of this like the shelter, you know, like not the not the original game, you know, like the little where the rooms are is like boom 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 boom, and then you got like the science and you got like weapons and all that. I feel like that's District 13, and then they're all doing it hidden too, which is cool because they're doing it under. I don't know if they're doing it under Snow's nose. I don't know if they are because I feel like Snow is kind of aware that they exist, but he just ignores them. But that would be a good story to tell. And I'm hoping that's what's next on, what is it, Suzanne Collins' little author list. Anyways, that'll do it for me for being here. Thank you for watching. Bye.